Oh, this is going to be a terrible shotgun. Skinny's out on the fourth quarter. It's There leaves only two drunk guys in a football podcaster to kill this beer. Skinny's out. We're down by one beer, half a beer, three quarters of a beer. Let's do it for the fans.
Cheers.
For the pods.
Wow, look at you. So good. Such goodness. My biggest thing is I didn't feel well today and threw up a couple times, so I'm not trying to drink booze.
I almost threw up my Raising Cane's right there. Holy shit.
That would have been kind of funny, but yeah,
I would have made a good short for that.
I'd rather be safe than sorry. So, with that, Marcus, I guess.
Welcome back to another our off-season fun with Skinny and the Hammer. I'm the Hammer, and that's Skinny.
Yeah, I'm Skinny. Don't mess.
What more do you want from us?
Just a quick episode, bad betting UFL update, and then do the full episode next week. Every other week type thing. So, to get started here, bad betting. Was not good last week. Both teams that I needed to win lost, so didn't get any of those game sevens like I wanted. So this week we're gonna do the Battlehawks money line against the Stallions. Yeah, we're gonna do the Battlehawks money line. They're like plus 164 or something like that. And then we're gonna take Nas Reed over 10.5 points in tonight's game because we're getting this released tonight before the game happens. $10, just a little 2-leg parlay. If you want to make it a parlay, you don't have to, but $10 pays $41. So whatever, something small.
It's money, baby.
Yeah, something small. It's money. Hopefully I can get better. I don't know. Just things aren't. Last night I made a parlay for the Celtics game, and I hit everything but Jason Tatum over 2.5 threes. He hit 2 early, first half threes. I'm like, all right, he can get one more in the second half, and didn't. So
here's why. We are a football podcast, a drinking podcast. We do not know any other sports. We can act like we know the basketball. We can act like we know the golf and the NASCAR and the women's basketball, but we don't. We don't know those sports. We know football, damn it. You see this? We know Adam Thielen. We know Teddy Bridgewater. We know I have a statue of freaking Carson Wentz over there. That's what we know.
That's mine. I still need to get that.
I still have it. It's in my house. It's mine. It's mine now. My favorite quarterback, Carson Wentz.
So he can go next to Baker Mayfield and Tom Brady and be the best quarterback of those three.
The trio, dude.
Yeah, just a great trio.
Okay. Before we start, we got to talk about the roast. I just want to talk about. I can't wait.
Yeah, I agree.
Dude, the GOAT roast, the greatest roast of all time with Tom Brady. Excellent roast. That was so funny,
dude.
There's only one person that I didn't think was good.
Who was it?
And it was Randy.
Yeah.
Randy.
Yeah.
Randy Moss is not the best comedian. He tried, and he basically is like. He's like, why weren't you cheating once I was there? That was funny, though.
I mean, that's the only real funny thing he said. Bill Belichick was like I don't know.
He killed it.
I know.
Bill Belichick killed it.
Like, he was so, subtle about it. Like, that's what I liked, is, he wasn't, overreacting and, whenever he made a comment, he just look at Tom and smirk a little bit. Like, it was never, an overreaction with it. And people didn't laugh.
He told him he didn't know how to run a football team?
Yeah, people didn't laugh.
Go back to football, you're good at it?
Yeah, he's like running a team is pretty hard or whatever. Yeah, his soccer club is basically it got deregulated or whatever they call it. So it got
deranked.
Yeah, so it moved down a class because they suck so bad. My favorite joke was the Kevin Hart. The Kevin Hart, AB, Giselle +1. I lost it. From the get go, right in the opener. He's like,
that was your favorite one?
Yeah, that was that was definitely my favorite, just because of the
I know what mine was too. Mine was oh hell nah.
Oh, jeez. They were all
You
good.
know what I'm talking about? From
Yes.
Kill Tony. Once he's like, oh hell nah. Once he's talking about the, I don't even know who she was. She was pretty funny. The lesbian black chick that he's like, you eat pussy like oh hell nah or something like that. And I don't know, that one was probably the funniest one. Who do you think was the best? Honestly, out of everyone that was there, who do you think was best?
I think Nikki Glazer did a really good one.
She actually did, and I don't think Nikki Glazer. I usually don't think she's that funny. She came in fucking
Yeah,
swinging,
I
dude.
think I think hers was probably my favorite. Just
Really?
overall, like I'm like being a big fan of the Comedy Central roast. You know, like she's a
Mhm.
legacy on that show. Been on it. Like she does a really good job, but typically, not always. There's some jokes like she makes that I'm just like, okay, that's a little cringeworthy. But I think she did a very well job. And if you watch the Pat McAfee show, she was on it this last week, and she even read off some of the jokes that she didn't say, which they were all really good ones. But like, she just didn't want to overuse some other people, like like the whole Julian Edelman like sucking Tom Brady's dick. Like that was a
Oh
huge,
yeah, that was
like,
used a
way too
lot.
much. So she didn't use
And
that. But
Rob Gronkowski being drunk. So I think the Kill Tony guy, Tony whatever his name is, I think he killed it. Like that was
oh
the
yeah,
funniest
yeah,
shit.
he
Once he
hit
came in there, shots fired, fucking good, clean
two
joke. It was
two
great
2 minutes of
comedy.
just straight going at it. Yeah, I
Oh, it
enjoyed that
was
one.
fire. He did not say a bad joke. He
Yeah,
in that whole time.
but
I also enjoyed Rob Gronkowski because he was not a good comedian, but he was so fucking drunk. Like he was just like
yeah,
laughing at himself and it made it funny.
they were saying that like half the time, or not even half, more than half the time, he wasn't even reading what was on the prompter. He so he was like, even though he said he was trying, he was not. He was just
Yeah.
going flow with it, and
And
then
then
when he
Kevin Hart sounded out, Gronk sounded out.
then when he freaking spiked the shot glass and glass
I
just flew.
know,
I was
dude.
like, I'd hate to be the people right in the
I
front
know.
there.
I know. He spiked it, and then he's like, I love you, Tom. And like,
Like
I don't
nobody,
know.
and
That was-
like Kevin Hart's like, what do I do? Like
What?
we'll
Yeah,
get it
he's like,
cleaned up.
what is
We'll get it
going on?
cleaned up. Like,
And he almost gave Tom Brady the ring that they gave him at the end too, the roast ring.
jeez,
Like it
yeah,
was just it was so that's why I loved it though. It was such a mess.
yeah.
It was just such a big old mess.
Another one. Tom did a really good job too. Like I loved all of his clapbacks. Like to the black lesbian that's a Boston fan. He was like, I'd come at you, but you look like the guy that took out my ACL.
Yeah, that was
Hilarious.
funny.
Kim
Yeah.
K, I know you're afraid to be here because your kids are at home with their father. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Like he was going off too. I enjoyed him.
They pissed her off,
Oh yeah,
dude.
yeah. I guess her
Dude,
team.
she got it a lot.
I
For
guess her.
what?
I guess her team was requesting to have the booze removed from the when she got booed when she went on stage. Her,
Oh, really?
allegedly, her team was requesting to have the booze removed for like the rest of it since it's already aired. They go and remove that from the thing. I
Yeah.
don't know if they did or not. I haven't checked. I guess something. If you haven't watched it,
It was
let us know.
funny. It
But
was
yeah,
funny.
but I did.
They like
The only good thing
everyone
that she
did.
did was the whole like me and you having a relationship to Tom. She's like, it wouldn't be a speculation. I would just release the tapes. Hilarious. Like
Yeah,
that was a
that
good
was
one.
funny.
Um,
Once they said that once the Kill Tony guy was like, there's more beef in between your legs than Kanye and Drake. That was funny.
uh,
Like that they just killed it.
Tom
Everyone was so
Segura
good.
and the Machine were just high as balls, and you could
Oh,
tell like
so
they had no fucking reason,
dude,
no idea why they were even there. But
dude. He was just sitting there fucking laughing. Like it was making me uncomfortable because I've never seen him like that. Have you seen him like that
oh
dumb?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, really? I don't like watch them. I just see shorts of them, and they're funny.
I've watched
But
I've watched some of their podcasts, and yeah, he gets like that sometimes. But yeah, they were definitely high as shit because there's no fucking like they were not like physically there, like, or they were physically there, but like mentally they were not there. And
yeah,
I think Kevin Hart killed
Kevin
it.
Hart was funny. Yeah, he
Yeah,
was so
yeah,
funny.
he was a great host or whatever they call
Yeah,
it.
because he was just laughing through all of it too.
Yeah, yeah.
What's his face was pretty funny too. Oh, what's that piece of shit? Fucking Ross guy,
Oh, Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross. Once he came out in the OJ Simpson on fire, and he's like, Aaron Hernandez says hi from hell. And I was like, oh my god.
there's a there's a back in the day the tight end qualifications requirements were very low. It was catch, block, don't commit murder.
Yeah. And
Gronk
then
is
when
not the
Tom's
only
like,
one.
don't
Yeah,
say that shit.
Gronk was not the only one that was hung. Only tight end that was hung. Yeah, no, it was good. I enjoyed it. They need to I loved Comedy Central roast. They need to bring if Netflix is gonna start doing it like for real now because what it they Comedy Central stopped in like 2019, 2020 because of
Yeah.
COVID and stuff. If Netflix is able to do their own thing now with it, they need to because it was very good.
And let it just be comedy. Like that was the best part
Yeah,
about it is like it was like nothing was off the
we
board.
had a 9/11 joke. Tom Brady said a 9/11 joke. Like
Yeah, he
that.
did.
That's how you know that comedy is back, and people aren't complaining. Is there was a 9/11 joke? So
Yeah, it was funny. It was really funny.
I am excited if they continue it because it was such a good show, and all the shit that you would get like here and get, and that it's just good comedy. Like that's what it was. There was no holdbacks really. The only holdback for this one was you shouldn't make any jokes about. Uh, uh,
Robert Kraft.
yeah, Robert Kraft, which that didn't happen for some people, but
I think Tom Brady was messing around when he said that.
yeah, I don't know.
You think it was serious? Because he's like, don't ever say that shit again. I thought he was fucking around, but I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know, but yeah, it was good. It was good.
Anyway, on to the UFL. For what were we? Are we week 5 now? No, we're week
Week
6.
6.
The Stallions won 39 versus the Showboats 21. Adrian Martinez threw for 368 yards and 4 touchdowns. Calvin Austin Jr. or sorry, Kevin Austin Jr. had 4 catches, 180 or 108 yards and 1 touchdown. Mar Mar Marlon Williams, I don't know why I was caught up on that, had 4 catches for 58 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Stallions, and then Case Cookus had 115 yards passing and 1 touchdown for the Showboats.
And he had
A
like
lot of these games are kind of yeah. Go ahead.
he had like 2 or 3 fumbles too. Like
Yeah,
it
a
was
lot of these games it was hard to to give stats for the other team because one team. Oh, it seems like a lot of these teams were just getting smoked.
yeah. Or they're like so like divide like, are there so many teams that like players like it's 50 yards, 40 yards, 50 yards, 30 like
Yeah,
nobody really stands out. Like for the Showboats, my guy was their kick returner. Titus
yeah.
Swen. I don't have my contacts in, so I have to if I read it right, I apologize guys. But 7 returns, 183 yards. He averaged 26.1 every kick return. I mean that like when you're getting your ass kicked by that much.
He's just the greatest kick
Yeah,
returner
yeah,
of all
just a
time.
good kick returner. But yeah, the Stallions look good. Stallions look good. They're the team to beat, clearly. But
Mhm. We got him. We fucking
yeah,
got him. The next was the Houston Roughnecks 8 versus the St. Louis Battle Hawks 22. AJ McCarron threw 3 touchdowns to 1 interception, 255 yards. Hakeem Butler's on a hot streak, had 6 catches, 134 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And then the Roughnecks running back had 13 rushes for 45 yards and 1 touchdown. I didn't get to watch this game. I actually didn't get to watch the highlights, but it seems like Hakeem Butler can't be stopped.
yeah. I
He's got to
watched
be
it.
by far the best wide
The
receiver.
first quarter was so rough. The first like quarter and maybe a little bit of the second was just super rough. Like just not sloppy football. weren't converting. Just it was bad. And like the only bright side of that was Battlehawks weren't kicking field goals. They were actually scoring touchdowns. Like that's the big one. Is the last couple weeks it's been field goal attempt. Well, not maybe the last couple, but like for a while, it just felt like they were kicking a lot of field goals and not scoring. They weren't capitalizing on their drives with touchdowns and stuff, but they were no field goals, so that was good. The Roughnecks, I am going to shout out a guy for them on the defensive side, just because, again, nothing was going right for them on the offense. Chris Odom, he had 5 tackles, 1 sack, 3 tackles for loss. I know it's not a lot of tackles, but like 3 tackles for loss, 3 of your 5 tackles were tackles for loss, and he had a sack.
That's good.
Pretty decent for the UFL for a highlight there.
Next game was the Renegades. 0-6 is what they came in there. So did the Renegades get their first win?
Well, they're 0-5. They were 0-5. Now they're
now they're 0-6.
Yeah.
It was 27. What was the final score? I didn't put it down.
Panthers 28. Roughnecks or Renegades 27.
Yeah, this game was insane. I did get to watch this game. The fourth quarter was insane because I was sitting there watching it, and the Panthers score like last minute touchdown. I think the Panthers kicked a field goal before, so they were up by like 1 point, and then the Renegades come down and score a touchdown.
Yep.
And there's like 58 seconds, no time on the clock, and I'm like, oh, it's ogre. It's so ogre. No, the Panthers kick returner takes it like 60 yards. They run the ball and then kick the field goal. But once they kick the first field goal, there's 12 men on the field and they missed it. The Panthers did. Well, it gave them a 5-yard penalty, and they came back, kicked it, drained it. And I was like, holy shit, that was a good game.
And the thing is, it wasn't even like a close miss. He shanked the fuck out of that ball, and they got lucky.
Wide left.
Yeah.
I should know about shanked footballs. I've watched a lot of Vikings kickers. But pretty crazy game. I didn't even write any stats on it. I just said a crazy fourth quarter.
Let's see here. Panthers, my player of the game for them, our big highlight was Jake Bates. Went 5 for 5 with the 60-yard game winner. He's hit 5 field goals over 52 plus yards. I think 3 of them have been over 60, and 2 of them have been for sure game winners, time expiring. Also, I didn't know that the Renegades, one of their wide receivers, he's only had like 1 catch for 14 yards. Is Caleb Van Der Esch. He's cousins with Leighton, the linebacker. Former linebacker for the Cowboys.
That's cool.
And then their standout player was also their kick returner. Jawan, man, it was so bad. I know, like 28-27, you're like, oh, it's got to be a decent, somebody's got to stand out. Not really.
No, it really wasn't.
8 returns, 180 yards, averaged 30 yards per return, so a little bit higher for the Renegades there.
It was just a crazy game. Next game was the Brahmas versus the Defenders. I don't know what I was doing. It was too early in the morning, but the Defenders won 18 to what did the Brahmas had?
12.
Like 6? 12? 18-12. I don't know what I was doing. Sorry, folks. I was out of it. It was like 6 in the morning.
He's already drunk. You can't be a drunk guy without being drunk already, right?
You're right.
Just so drunk.
But Quentin Dormandy had 16 passes or 26 attempts, 16 of them completed for 79 yards and 1 touchdown and 1 interception for the Brahmas. Jordan Lovett, their running back for the Brahmas, went 23 for 153 yards, so he's probably the lead leader in rushing yards right now, which he is in the UFL.
Oh, do you have the leaders?
I do. We don't have to. We can skip it this week if you want.
It doesn't matter. I was just going to look it up, but since you already have it.
Yeah, I have them. And then Jordan Tayamu went 14 of 22 for 1 touchdown. And then Darius Haggins, their running back, went 13 for 63. So the Defenders kind of pulled a little bit of an upset here because I thought that the Brahmas was pretty decent team.
Yeah, Tiamo's not been playing good football. Not good at all the last couple weeks. My standout for the Defenders was their defensive guy, Michael Joseph. He had 13 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Probably a linebacker is my guess. But the UFL's been good football. I mean, again, you can't expect NFL caliber stats with everyone. Clearly, Hakeem Butler's on a tear lately, but he is the true definition of like borderline NFL wide receiver.
Yeah,
Like
that's the guys who are shining in here, though. The people that actually
yeah,
can play at the next
yeah.
level.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see him potentially hit a training camp or like something again in the NFL. Usually he's on a
I'd imagine
practice
so.
squad or something. Typically, um, it's just so sad to not see him making it. With his size and his ability. And the other one too is AJ McCarron overthrows him a lot, and it still doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how you
Yeah,
overthrow a 6'6" guy. Like he could have 3 to 4 more touchdowns. He could have another 200 plus yards. Like if
yeah,
AJ McCarron just didn't overthrow him. But yeah, it's been decent football. We're coming in to what, week 7 now? Yeah,
yep.
week 7, 2 weeks left, and then the postseason. So, yeah, I'm excited. With that, our bets last week were both still on a pretty decent roll. We both went 3-1. The only one we didn't get was the Brahmas. So I'm 15-9 all time. You're 16-8. Right now, we're probably the best. UFL
UFL
score.
analysts,
Yeah,
analysts
analysts.
out there. We are the
Uh,
best, folks. We are the best.
so with that, we got first set of games here. I can't read the small print, so I'm
I can
going
read
to.
them for you if you
Oh
want.
no, it's fine. I got it. We have the. Give me a second here. We're gonna zoom in a little bit. All right,
Oh my
dude.
goodness.
I'm so blind, but I don't have contacts, and you wanted to wear sunglasses, and I said I can't say no. So
You're damn
Uh,
right.
Okay, so tomorrow Saturday we got the showboat, the 1-5 showboats against the 0-6 Renegades. It looks like Arlington is favored by 6 points. The Renegades are favored by 6.
Oh, really? Because I took the Renegades at home. They need a win. I feel like the Showboats team is no good, and I feel like Luis Perez has been slinging the fuck out of the ball, man. Like
Yeah,
this team's gotten extremely unlucky in a couple games. They had close ones. Give me the
yeah.
Renegades.
Like they should have had their week 1 win, but or this last week's win. But Jake Bates just knows how to give people losses. Um, Yeah, I'm also taking the Renegades. I think they're gonna finally get one. They've been close, and it's time to get that. And then arguably probably the best game of the year is about to happen here. We have the St. Louis Battlehawks going into Birmingham and playing the Stallions. Currently, the Stallions are favored by 4.5.
Give me the Battlehawks, man. You can't bet against your team.
Of
You know
course.
what we have that the Stallions don't have? An NFL caliber quarterback.
And probably wide receiver and
Yeah.
yeah, the Stal. Well, again, you don't know what you're going to get with the Stallions. They probably have already released their roster, like who's starting and stuff, but they don't really have like any really like standout. Like Adrian Martinez is pretty much it. If you can hold him down to the run, like clearly this week he beat you in the pass game, but he typically hasn't beat anybody in the pass
No,
game.
he's been running the hell out of the
And he
ball.
only had like 25 rushing yards. So
Yeah.
I think the way our defense has been playing compared to like,
And he's the quarterback from Nebraska, right?
yeah, he played Nebraska. He played at Nebraska and Kansas State. Yeah, that's who that is. Like he's a good
Yeah.
quarterback. Don't get me wrong, especially like UFL. He's made NFL rosters, but I think if the way that our defense has been playing, it's going to be tough for him. So,
Yeah, our defense has been good.
all right, in that game, the most important game to watch. If you haven't watched any UFL, highly recommend watching that one.
I agree.
Because that's a potential championship.
That could be the
Yeah.
championship game, yeah.
Then on Sunday, Mother's Day, the first game's at 11 a.m. Make sure you love your mothers, your wives, your significant others, anybody that has a kid, you have a kid with, or anything like that. Make sure you give them love before 11 Central Time, and then it's UFL for the rest of the day. Panthers are going into D.C. to play the Defenders. Right now, Michigan is favored by 1 point.
Hmm. Well, I don't care. I'm taking the Defenders.
I'm taking the Panthers. I'm gonna go opposite
Really?
here. Yeah. Uh, I just fuck me. I don't
Did you
think.
take the Did you take the Renegades for the first game?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our split right there.
Okay, you took the I'm taking the Panthers. You're taking the Defenders. I just think
Yep.
what's his nuts has not been
Teamo.
Tuamu has not been good on the offensive side. Panthers are at least have come together. I know they've looked decent for the most part, and their kicking game clearly is winning them games. So I'm gonna take the Panthers on that. And then the last game we have the Brahmas going to play the Roughnecks. The San Antonio Brahmas are currently favored by 3.5.
Give me the Brahmas.
I too am actually going to take the Brahmas. I think after last week, losing one that they probably should have won to a close game, I'm going to take them to pull out the
W.
W. So yeah, our only difference is the Panthers Defenders game. So that ultimately could be the difference between if we're tied again or not. But week 7, again, if you haven't watched any UFL or have any interest to watch or missing football, highly recommend go watch that Battlehawks Stallions game, because again, it's probably going to be some of the better football you're going to watch all of the UFL, and right now they're the
Yeah.
two hottest teams in the league. So I think it's been a good shootout, but I think ultimately our defense and our offense are slightly better. So with that, anything else you want to cover with the pod today? All right, well, follow us on Spotify, YouTube,
Instagram.
Instagram, the X, the I always forget. I always leave. Oh, Facebook. We have a page.
Mhm. Don't we have
TikTok.
Amazon Music?
I mean,
Kinda. I don't
yeah.
know.
Nobody's listened to it on Amazon Music, because I think
No, someone asked me about it.
you have to search it though. I have not shown any
Oh, no.
stats with it. And then we have TikTok. So go follow us. You can find something, one of those, all that shit somewhere on our links and stuff like that.
Like and subscribe.